Comparison is the thief of joy. You've probably heard that quote before. We all know comparing ourselves to others only makes us unhappy, yet we still do it because it's just human nature. This video will go over how you can stop comparing yourself to others in 6 tips so you can enjoy life more. 1. Use comparison as motivation to be better. There's nothing wrong with wanting what other people have, and you can use it as fuel to motivate you to achieve your goals. Since it's impossible to completely stop comparing yourself to others, using comparison as motivation is a great solution to be happier. Tell yourself that, since someone achieves something, that just shows that you can also do it. Depending on who you're comparing yourself to, you can also learn from them. If you're comparing yourself to a public figure, you can learn from them by watching their interviews or reading their books. If you're comparing yourself to someone you know, you can talk to them and learn about the way they handle things. Instead of letting comparison bring down your mood, you can use it to better yourself. 2. Be aware of your triggers. What makes you start comparing yourself to others? You don't just wake up one day and compare yourself to someone. For most people, social media is a trigger. Seeing other people's content on social media will get you to compare yourself and wonder what if you had what they had. Once you figure out what causes you to compare yourself to others, you can be more mindful about your actions and avoid your triggers or spend less time on them. If you know that scrolling through social media makes you compare yourself to others and it makes you unhappy, you can then spend less time on social media or even delete it. If your trigger is something you can't avoid, like someone you see every day, you can use the other tips to help you deal with any negative feelings that come when you compare yourself. 3. Remind yourself that other people might be further ahead in their journey than you, and that's okay. You might see someone with a lot of money and start feeling bad that you're not at that stage yet. You might not know exactly how they got their wealth, but you know they most likely spent a lot of time and effort to get that wealth. That person is ahead of you in the wealth journey, and that should be okay because you will get there eventually. Compose yourself, put the work in, and you should get to where you want to be. 4. Compare yourself to the person you were yesterday. Instead of spending time comparing yourself to others, you can compare with who you were yesterday. If you improved yourself since the previous day, you can feel a sense of accomplishment. If you remain neutral or got worse, you can ask yourself what happened and how you can get back on the track of improvement. If you can become 1% better every day, you'll be more confident and it can help you achieve your goals. The idea behind this tip is that since there's only so much time in a day, if you compare yourself to who you were yesterday, you won't have time to compare yourself to others. You'll be focused on becoming a better version of yourself instead of worrying about what other people have. 5. Practice gratitude. If you're grateful for what you have, you're less prone to feeling envy or other negative feelings when you compare yourself with others. If you're feeling envy or other negative feelings, you can remind yourself of all the good things you have to calm down. There's this great quote that says, "Don't risk what you have for what you don't have." When you start wanting what other people have, you might run into the risk of losing what you have to try to get what other people have. Practicing gratitude can help you keep what you have and enjoy it. As for what you can do to practice gratitude, it's up to you to figure out an exercise that works for you. If I were to recommend something, I would recommend you to write down 3 to 5 things you're grateful for, either in the morning or at night. If you're unsure of what you should do to practice gratitude, there's a lot of information online on ways you can practice gratitude. 6. Remind yourself of what you accomplished. This is another tip that can help you deal with any negative feelings that come with comparing yourself to others. When you compare yourself to others, you're focusing on what they achieved. When you start feeling down, you should remind yourself of what you accomplished. This should help you boost your self-esteem and remind yourself that you're amazing. That person you're comparing yourself to might be amazing, but you're also awesome. Even if you haven't accomplished much, small victories can still boost your confidence. Whether you aced a big project or helped your friend do something small, you still accomplished something and you should be proud of it. There's no need to feel bad if you haven't accomplished as much as the person you're comparing yourself to. It's hard to stop comparing yourself to others because it's just human nature to compare with others. You can do what some of these tips suggest and use comparison to your advantage, or follow some of the other tips that can help you avoid envy and other negative feelings that occur when you compare yourself to others. Just try to do your best, and remember that you don't need to feel bad about not having what other people have. Which tip was your favorite? leave a comment below and check out the video shown on the end screen about how to stop overthinking, since you might overthink when you compare yourself to others.